tonight as well.
Oh yeah.
So just say good stuff. Good stuff. How many people do you reckon's there? What do you reckon? Is half of the lower bowl full?
The majority of the lower bowl is full.
Awesome.
They play in the jam now too. The Orlando Magic song.
Love that. Love that.
Stuff is entering the court.
So you've got Taylor Hendricks at 6. Who have you got 11, Kyle?
I have no idea once it gets past like the first five or six people. Whoever is big enough that can get some rebounds and block some shots.
The question is, are you ready for dick jokes if it's Grady Dick?
Oh my God, yeah, I know. we're gonna have a lot of dick in Orlando.
There's a lot of dick in the UK as well. And he's up in Sunderland.
Mikey, we've never been that close before.
Mate. Not yet.
We're live. And we're live.
Oh, man. Gary, who are you going with tonight then?
I've been reading the latest mocks and been watching the Paddy Power accounts. There seems to be a lot of talk that Thompson's going to go to Detroit, Osar Thompson
Okay.
to Detroit. So it might be that we're left with where it's like a Anthony Black, Cam Whitmore type of situation, Walker, Hendricks, etc. I would honestly, if we're left with that pick, I think I would swing for the fences on Koulibaly.
At 6?
Yeah.
Do you not think we could trade back a couple of spots and still get him?
Back, yeah, but I'm just saying if there's no trades made, someone I would look at. But
yeah,
his agents only released the medicals and his information.
Okay.
To teams. It didn't mention us. It said that OKC had been for a meeting, but allegedly Lively really impressed in Orlando when he did his workout. He had a really strong workout, but I think we need a shooter. So that's all I'm going to say.
I wonder who. Alan, who are you going with, mate? Who's your predictions?
I don't think we're going to select two guys tonight. I think we'll select one, and I think there'll be a trade. I've just got a feeling there'll be a package or a trade somewhere. I just don't see us adding 2 more young kids to what's already a young squad. So I think we'll probably pick 6.
Yeah.
Gut feeling. I think we're going to go for Hendricks. I've heard a lot of the Black talk, and I'm feared to death of Suggs or Cole going out the door, because I think both of them players are better players than anything that you can get in the draft. So I wouldn't want to see either of them sacrificed to bring whoever in.
Yeah.
So particularly Cole. I know Gary's a massive Cole fan. I'm a massive Cole fan. I'd be gutted if Cole, because for me, he's the heart and soul of the team for me. I know he's a 6 man, but you know, he's the one that gets you off the edge of your seat, I find, most nights when he comes on.
Thing is, I think it's a balance, because I think if they went with Anthony Black or even Asar Thompson, it raises questions about Markel Fultz straight away, which I'm not sure we're quite ready to upset the apple cart enough to make that move. Even if they think Anthony Black is potentially a long-term better fit next to what we've already got, I don't know. I just think they want to go into next season with a bit of continuity again and just add a couple more pieces to it. But I don't know. I just wouldn't be surprised if Black's name's called. But I don't know what you guys think. Anyone can jump in on this. I was trying to pose this question earlier because there's a lot of people saying, "Oh, I don't want the Magic to take Anthony Black." But if you compare Anthony Black to Asar Thompson, to me, they're very similar players. Asar is obviously a much more athletic player, much more explosive, which I would say athleticism is something this Magic team needs a little bit of a boost on. But why is there such a gulf between people saying we want Asar Thompson, but they're completely against Anthony Black? Anybody?
I don't think we need a guard at all, to tell you the truth. I'm quite happy with it. Good evening, Mikey. I'm quite happy with the guards we've got.
Yeah.
I'd be looking somewhere else.
As I put in our group earlier, I think some of it is because we're left at 6, you've got to think, oh, we have to take one of those players that's still on the board, and it just happens to be 2 guards. Josh, have you got any ideas, mate? Black or Asar Thompson? If it's one of those 2 they're choosing?
I don't think there's much difference between the 2 players, if I'm honest, like you said. So I haven't got much thoughts about who we take at 6. I'm more bothered about who we take at 11 if we do end up drafting there. Because if we go 6, I trust that the front office have taken the guy with the highest upside.
Yeah.
And then hopefully Grady Dick or Derek Lively at 11. Either one of those 2, and I'm happy.
Liam, how about you, mate? Evening, buddy.
Yeah, you're right. I trust the front office in that, but I don't see the fit with Black and Suggs. I don't see that. I don't see him with Fultz. I don't see him. The only one I can really see him play alongside is Anthony. So, and I think if you get Black in, I think you really do. I'm not saying I want this, but I think you need to trade one of them and get assets elsewhere. But it's weird. I like more of the prospects at 11 than 6 this year.
Yeah.
Like we're linked with. There's not one person at 6 I'm enthralled with.
They make more sense at 11 with what's available.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bit like Angus's point. I think we're all pretty happy with the guards as they are. Anything you add into that, somebody's getting pushed out, aren't they?
I wouldn't be surprised if we even reach at 6 if we're going towards the fit way. I don't think it'll happen, but it wouldn't surprise me either way. Like if even like a Bilal Koulibaly at 6 and then get the shooter at 11, but it could go anywhere really. The Thompson twins, I'm not high on. Just the standard of playing. I think they've both got a lot of questions, but weirdly, I'm higher on Asar than Amen. Just the shot for Amen worries me.
Yeah. As Gary says, would you reach for Dick at 6?
I would reach for Dick at 6. I think I think as long as we come away with, I think the guys on the 6-man show say it, if we come away with Dick or John Hawkins, I think it's a successful night. If we don't, you trust the front office, but I can't hide my disappointment really, because I don't know who else would really be drafting, because we're just desperately shooting, and unless you've got someone linked in free agency who you're certain you're going to get, but I think one of them you would pretty much need.
G-Dog, what's on?
Oh my gosh, what a palaver. This new Zoom, I don't know, Zoom wanted an update and my work PC wouldn't let me have it, so I've had to get the old battered PC from, the attic, and the hamsters are running around in this wheel now, so here I am. So hope everyone's well.
All good, mate.
Yeah,
who are you going for? Who are you picking?
Whitmore or Hendricks for me, 6, and then Grady Dick at 11. I know you want Black, but I
don't know. I genuinely, there isn't. Early on, I was all over Taylor Hendricks, and I would lean Taylor Hendricks now, but I'm to be honest, I'm just going into it open-minded. Whoever we draft, we draft. I'm not really trying to overanalyze it or think. I said if it is one of Thompson or Anthony Black, it doesn't look good right now. It doesn't make a lot of sense, but there might be more to it. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. We'll see. No preference for me. As long as we come out with Grady Dick or Jordan Hawkins, that's where my bar's set tonight. If we don't come out with one of those, then anything else we do is a bonus, really.
The shadow of Dick is looming large, though, isn't it?
But don't you think it just feels a bit too of an obvious pick?
The dick pic.
The dick pick.
Yeah.
It just feels too
Sometimes-
obvious a pick for it to happen.
Sometimes
But
the obvious answers right in front of your eyes, Mikey.
Bazza. Evening, mate. You're a mute, mate. There we go.
There you go.
How you doing, mate?
I'm all good, mate.
Who you got?
I'm going to throw the cat amongst the pigeons and say Whitmore.
Yeah,
At 6.
Yeah. And 11?
Just like my wife, can't say naughty dick.
All right, I think I asked this question on the pod the other day. If you forget about current roster and you're drafting at 6, who's the pick? If let's say Whitmore's off the board. Let's say Eamon, Cam Whitmore, Miller, Scoot, and Wemby are off the board. So whoever's left, who are you picking at 6 if you forget about what's already on this roster?
That's our Thompson.
Okay.
He's a ridiculous athlete. He can cut. He can get to the boards. He's got a good mid-range jumper. He's got all the attributes. But just like you say, if I'm not thinking about our team, then fine, great. You know, he's a great prospect. I just don't see how he fits in our team with what we've got. And I personally wouldn't be willing to give up on Cole or Suggs to bring in another guy who does the same stuff that they do.
Yeah.
We need a floor spacer.
This is very true. Angus, if you forget about the current roster, who's your 6th pick? Who's the best prospect left on the board for you?
The obvious choice there would be Oscar Thompson, but reading the last couple of days to maybe look like I know what I'm talking about, I like the sound of, is it Bilal Koulibaly?
Yeah.
His name keeps cropping up and we're reading him, and I think this might be interesting.
Alan?
Hendricks.
You'd still take him at 6?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah. And I've not seen a lot of him, Mikey. It's just from reading reports, you know. I'm not lying to say I've been following loads of videos, but from what I've read, various different analysts, he seems to be the one I'd swing towards.
Okay, cool. Craggsy? Don't think I've ever called you Craggsy before, till then.
Yeah, but my friends call me that, Mikey, and you're a friend of mine. Call away. As said, I think Koulibaly's got the highest upside.
Oh, there's a surprise. Wemby's been drafted.
Oh, you're a bit behind us, you, Mikey.
Am I?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to refresh this.
Is this not the same for you every year?
No, because at the lottery, I was in front of G for some reason.
Yeah, but that was a first, though.
Yeah, that's very true.
Was that no up there with the most obvious first picks ever?
Yeah.
I'd have been really surprised if they'd have went any other than first.
Gotta be honest, Angus, whenever I see you, my wallet starts to hurt.
Why would that be? Why would that be, Gary?
Could have been the Disney prices of beer.
I'm sure we sorted the world's problems over 3 or 4 nights.
Oh, we did. The world was a better place in Disney Springs.
He's just seen Adam Silver, Mikey.
He's just about to put his foot on the bottom step.
Oh, yeah, you're probably about 10 seconds behind.
He's already given the French kiss and shook his hand here.
I'm trying Safari. Google Chrome can do one.
Right on my phone. It's quick as. He's off the stage here.
He's gone.
Yeah.
This is where it gets interesting now. At number 2.
By the way, a couple of things. Do you think there's a chance that Zion Williamson's going to end up being traded for Scoot Henderson? That was a rumor going around on Chat Sports.
No, but I think there's something to it.
And if you fancy a laugh at Lakers Twitter, earlier on today, they had a poll up, a Lakers fan, of which deal do you prefer, 2 second-round picks from the Lakers for Caruso or 2 second-round picks for Jalen Suggs, because they were actually discussing that which one of those deals was better for the Lakers.
Wow.
Shocking.
Can
Do you
we
know what? Any time I see the Lakers, to be honest, I just switch it over. Honestly, I didn't care what they're talking about.
Somehow appeared on my Twitter feeds.
I kind of read it, Gary, and thought, can I have something out there smoking or drinking?
It's $11, mate, if you're interested.
Just watching this coming through about Victor Wembanyama there, a size 20.5 shoe
Oh, really?
and an 8-foot wingspan. I think they showed you the graphic there. He's what, 7'4", 7'5". I think there's only one more taller than him in the history.
Well, Angus, you
Insane.
know what they say about guys with big shoes?
Big socks.
Big socks, mate, exactly.
You must wait until you see Dick's measurements on that.
Oh, wow.
What one of you lot are editing this for public consumption?
When you see Dick,
This is live, mate.
This is live on YouTube. This isn't getting edited.
Oh. I better not let my wife see this then. She'll not be happy.
This will be rated R, Mikey.
That's all right.
It's
People
great.
should know
You
what we're
suit
like
it
by now.
with big guys.
Say that again.
I say if Grady's suit's out to go by, it's going to be a big one. We've seen that suit. Jesus.
It's horrendous.
Gary's got one.
Gary's got one ready to go.
I do have a red suit, actually, G.
Yeah, I look forward to it on the next pod, mate.
Hey, don't dare, as I've already had the grey one. Vince Carter. Never dare.
So then, who's going to go number 2? Should we go round the board? Because this is probably the most contentious pick, isn't it?
Liam, who's going to?
I still think you go best player available for Charlotte for what they've got. Go Scoot.
Liam, just gone to Liam. Josh.
And the Miller.
Miller. Bazza. Oh my Christ. Scoot. Angus.
I'm going to go Brandon Miller.
Craigsy.
I would take Scoot, but I think they'll take Miller.
Alan.
I think Scoot, number 2, definitely.
I think Miller.
I'm thinking Scoot.
Oh yeah, it's quite split.
Yeah, it is. It'd be that Charlotte backcourt with Ball and Scoot. They're pretty set then, aren't they? I don't know what their cap situation is, but obviously they're going to have to look to bolster their front court in the centre position. But it's a good starting point, especially with new owners coming in.
Mm.
You know, it'd be class if Charlotte can make a trade for like Lonzo Ball, and then they didn't get Grady Dick. You could have Dick and 2 balls.
Have you thought about that all evening, haven't you?
It's just whether I was going to see it.
Yeah.
I want us to take, obviously, Grady Dick, but I also want us to lure Wang back to the NBA.
Oh, hold on. What about this then? Dick to Ball.
From Suggs.
Suggs, Dick, Ball.
Yeah.
Gee, rein it back in.
We're dangling the prospect of Wang in front of G now. All right, we've got a long
He's like
way.
a rabbit in the headlights.
Yeah, a little bit.
Gee,
Here we go. Second pick is in. Mikey, you'll get it in 20 seconds.
Brandon Miller.
Ooh,
Am I in front of you now?
you are.
Oh yeah.
You are.
It's on the phone.
So this becomes interesting now, obviously, with Portland.
Portland can't make a move, can they? Just got to take Scoot.
Portland, to me, seemed to be always the prime candidate to trade their pick. If anybody was going to. But I would if Scoot's on the board, they'd be daft. No, they'd be daft to trade it.
I think either way you draft Scoot anyway, and then I think if whoever's trading for the picks getting Scoot, so you can sort that trade out later anyway. There's no hurry for it, really.
No.
When's he due a contract extension, Lillard? Has he already signed it?
He's already signed it.
Okay.
You can go to the Lakers for 3 second rounders.
Yeah, and Taylor Horton Tucker.
Oh, Taylor Horton Tucker, the GOAT.
There we go.
Throw in, wasn't he?
The bookie odds had a late rise from Eamon Thompson for third, saying he was a rival for Scoot. Can't see it, but it's an interesting subplot.
Is it the Rockets who are fourth? So I'd rather he didn't go there.
He'll go 3. He has to.
He's too good to drop any lower than that.
Not for Eamon Thompson. I don't know. You take Scoot I would take Scoot anyway.
Wait, where's what's the word I'm looking for? Unusual pick, or the pick we're not expecting going to happen? Because there's one every year.
Pick 5.
You think so, Gary?
I think pick 5 is going to be the one. I did think it was going to be 4 because I thought if Harden's going to Rockets, they're not going to take Eamon, but it seems to have slowed down that talk. But I could see the Detroit pick's going to dictate a lot because they're the ones who's got options. If it's a back player, like if Eamon Thompson fell, they don't need him.
Saying no 4G.
Well, I forgot to mute my Twitter and Shams, and he's already said who the third pick is. So
better mute it then.
Somebody's leaning. Yeah, Portland are leaning towards somebody.
I reckon if anyone's going to jump in the top 5, it's probably Jarris Walker.
Right.
I reckon you could see him going to Detroit, but I don't feel like that's a reach either.
No, he looked pretty good in the highlights. I put the NBA TV on beforehand and had prospect videos, about 2 minutes of each person. And no, he did look impressive, Walker, in fairness to him. But I don't think he fits our needs. Grady Dick missed a few threes on his, though, Gary.
Well,
I think he made about 2 of 8. Mikey can shoot better than that.
A highlights package.
In the highlight package, yeah.
You were watching the Dick package, mate?
Yeah,
No.
I was.
Well, you saw some shooting, mate, I've been
Garrett,
like all day, by the way.
Have you got the Kleenex ready for the 11th pick?
No.
Have you not? You can contain yourself till then, can you?
I'm good.
There's no anti-climax going on or anything.
Not like we're drafting Travis Dean,
Unbelievable.
Jeff.
Unbelievable, Jeff.
I actually reached out to Travis Dean yesterday, Gary, to see if he could come on the podcast.
I've reached out to him before as well.
He's not viewed it yet. So
I also reached out to Grady Dick.
Yeah.
Legitimately did reach out to Grady Dick, by the way.
That suit was horrendous, though. I don't know what's worse. Was it the suit or the glasses that went with it?
You know what the worrying thing about it is? When I see, I can't unsee that actor who played that Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah, yeah.
Why is Jeffrey Dahmer dressed as Michael Jackson?
So it's got to be Scoot next, doesn't it? For those who haven't had a spoiler, can't be Eamon Thompson, surely not. The pick is in.
Talk about talent, though. It stands out. Without question. There's no doubt that he exercised poor judgment, but it is important to remind he committed no crime on repeatedly. Go to South Carolina and perform with literally chanting.
Stephen A's got a bad suit on as well, looking at it.
Oh, that's hellish.
To go with some of his bad takes, here we go, third pick.
Nothing wrong with Stephen A. Smith. Wash your mouth out.
Yeah, there you go. Scoot's the pick at 3.
Can't be shut up. Yeah, I'll take the phone down. But I'm going to take it off him.
Scoot Henderson, right, this is where it gets interesting now then.
That's a
They're my friends. This is my friends that work at Orlando Magic.
Hello.
Hi.
Someone can't go to sleep.
After excitement.
Keep it clean.
Yeah?
It's not my fault.
Yeah, I'm going to watch my basketball and you go to sleep. Okay?
So, any surprises in the next pick? Because Eamon Thompson apparently had a good workout with the Rockets. It's got Eamon Thompson. Liam?
Right, bed. Right. No, love you.
What do you reckon, Liam? Eamon Thompson to the Rockets?
It's
got to be, hasn't it?
I also wouldn't be surprised if this is where it could go the Jarvis Walker, could go anywhere really. Could be a Cam Whitmore, but I think if you put money on it, I think Eamon Thompson's probably the most sure thing to go to.
Yeah. Josh, any other way you seeing it going?
No, not for me. I think it's pretty nailed on to be Eamon. I think it's almost a top 4, not a top 3 draft in my opinion. I think Eamon's not far off as a prospect from Scoot and Brendan. So yeah.
Anybody else? We all going Eamon Thompson with the 4th pick?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to.
Yep.
Unless they've got Harden up their sleeve.
Play again, Gary.
If they've got Harden up their sleeve, then Walker would be a good pick to put alongside Sengun. So this is basically have they got James Harden or not for me.
I saw their links with Carl Anthony Towns the other day. That just feels like a horrendous fit.
Okay.
Well, if he goes there, they won't be winning anything, will they?
Well, you know I'm not a fan of Cat anyway, but
Yeah, you know.
the greatest big man to ever play.
Change the game.
Change the game. Unbelievable.
The best big man in his own household.
Yeah.
But it used to be where people said about Embiid, Jokic, and Cat.
Well, he'd be a far third in that list for me, Gary.
You would, but it shows you how far Korea hasn't gone to plan. And DeAndre Ayton was meant to be up there as well.
Is it just me waiting? Is he really, really soft? For the size of the bloke he is he really soft?
Carl Anthony Towns?
No, Ayton.
Oh, DeAndre Ayton. What? Yeah. I'll tell him about what I did in the WhatsApp.
God.
Did you believe me, by the way?
No. I know what you're like.
No.
So, first of all, he mentioned the trade that happened. Was it a Chris Paul trade?
In capital letters in our WhatsApp group, I was like, Chris Paul's been traded to the Warriors for Jordan Poole. And then there was a few messages. And then what was it, about 15 minutes later? And I said, Markel Fultz has gone to Phoenix for DeAndre Ayton.
And I was like,
Garrett's response, fuck off. There was a second where you were a little worried.
Yeah, disbelief. I think it was.
How long did it take for the ball to drop, G?
0.5 seconds. Because I know what he's like.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I've got to be honest with you, I saw that and I was like, surely G's not going to take that bait.
No.
I know he bites though. That's why I threw him a line.
Oh, yeah,
Can't
anything,
help
mate.
but bite, G, can you?
Yeah, I've been whining at the Boston fans today. It's been great. I messaged Rich Barrett this morning. I said, have you been crying into your cornflakes? And he was like, yes. He's a big Marcus Smart fan. So,
interesting character.
They've got some moves still to make though, Boston. I don't think this is. I mean, the fact that Brogdon's moved on as well.
was Brogdon part of it? I thought he was taken out because he failed a physical.
Oh, had he? I missed that.
Well,
then.
not failed a physical, but they thought they
wasn't he going
had
to the
injury
Clippers?
concerns. Yeah. The Clippers didn't like his injury information, from what I gather.
Has he got any Boston hopes for the draft, Rich?
What was that guy in the second round that we keep mentioning on the pod?
Oh,
Boner, yeah. I'm sure he'd like him. No, he hasn't mentioned anything, in fairness.
Yeah. I did offer him Grady.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, on Twitter. It'd be a perfect fit.
So here's a question then. If we're looking at 11th pick, do you prefer Grady Dick or Jordan Hawkins? Serious question though, no dick jokes. Bazza? Or are you happy if you end up with either of them? Is there one that you prefer more than the other?
I think as long as we get one of the shooters, then aye. But for the sake of the jokes, for the full season on the pod, I'm going to have to go for old GD.
What about you, Angus?
The two of them, stats-wise, are pretty much the same, but definitely I think I would go with Grady Dick.
Anybody else that thinks anything that different? Liam, Josh? Was it Grady Dick over Jordan Hawkins for you? Yeah?
One thing about Jordan Hawkins, which I quite like, though, I see a lot of JJ Redick in him.
Mm-hmm.
Like the way he plays off the ball and stuff. So I would like him just because I like JJ Redick just as a player when he was here. So just to watch that, I wouldn't say he's better one of the two, but I would just like to see the player similar to JJ Redick who we've had.
Yeah, that movement shooter. Yeah.
I think it could work well for our guards as well.
All right, 4th pick is in.
Pick is in.
Amen Thompson. Sorry if I'm spoiling it.
You're about 0.5 of a second ahead of me.
Am I? I'll delay the next few then.
You're about 5 seconds ahead of me.
So the top four have went more or less the way we thought they would.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So can we safely say now the fun starts?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would do so.
I'm just hoping Walker goes next, and then we've got free reign at a couple, and the front office can pick whoever they want.
Those rocking a jersey tonight, who's got what?
Just
Well,
t-shirt
okay.
for me. T-shirt for me, Gaza.
I got Paolo.
Yeah.
I've got Cole Anthony.
Nice.
See.
Penny for me.
What am I doing?
I'm going my Rangers top for last year because I've been living out a suitcase for a week and a half because I'm moving house in 2 days.
Oh no.
Oh, mate, it's a nightmare.
You moving far?
The one end of the town to the other end of the town.
Okay. Not moving to Edinburgh or anything like that.
No, I'll always be Glaswegian, mate.
Is it me or has Eamon and Asar Thompson got like Chris Eubank vibes?
You need to go to bed.
Do you know what I mean? Like the way they
And it's like
present
half
themselves and the way they talk and their mannerisms. No? No.
Everyone take his phone off.
I'm not saying they're boxers or. So, fifth pick then. What are we going with? Just dive in, guys.
Jarvis Walker for me, I think.
Josh?
Sir Thompson.
I think they'll go Whitmore.
I'm hoping Walker just because I don't want him. You know what's going to happen now, don't you? Kiss of death. We're going to draft Walker. It's going to be like Cortez when we drafted Wagner. He shared that this morning. Do you see, Gary?
He did. He's a wild man.
Al, who you going with?
I think I'll go Jarvis Walker with this one. And then hopefully we'll go for I want Hawkins at 6. I know he's like on the board, he's a lot lower than that. But Hawkins is one I fancy us to get at 6.
That is a reach.
That is a big reach, isn't it?
That is a reach.
Yeah.
Trade the pick at that point then.
See if you go Hawkins or Grady Dick at 6, would you go for who's the centre? Derek
Lively.
Because we need a backup centre. Because I think Mo Wagner's great, but he ain't no backup centre doing this league.
I guess the last mock that ESPN put up about an hour before, about midnight our time, said that one of the snippets they had was that Lively really impressed us in his workout.
That's well.
A lot of people's got him mocked to Dallas at 10.
Could you maybe drop back to 8 and try and grab him?
But then, are you going to miss out on your shooter at 11?
Because one of them's going to be available.
One of the shooters will be there at 11.
I think they'll both be there.
I think at least one will be there.
Is this room going to erupt if we draft Grady at 11? I'm just going to be watching Gary. This is going to be on. This is going to be on the 6-man show's highlight reel, isn't it? Gary celebrated.
I think everybody will suddenly be staring at whatever they're watching the draft, and the minute the draft's announced, everybody will turn back to their computer or their phone or whatever to see Gary's reaction.
Your favourite player, Gar?
It's a bigger deal than Banchero last year, isn't it, for you?
Well, you know, you're saying Dick's a big deal, Mikey. Doesn't matter.
Would he become your favourite player over Cole Anthony? Nah, Team Cole still.
Dick will be looming large, but Cole's got the energy that there'll be Dick energy, but not as big as Cole energy.
Have you got a notepad there with all these analogies?
I just
know
the spot, mate.
Yeah. Quick.
Just got it on the mind.
Well, you know, on the mind, in the mind's eye, on the screen, everything.
Are you not a teacher, Gary?
Not anymore. I was, but I'm not anymore.
The pick is in.
He won't be happy.
Has anybody seen it yet?
Yeah.
Before I give it away.
He's off the board.
Yes, then we're right.
All right.
Asar Thompson.
Wasn't
to
wanting him to go
Detroit.
to them, though.
All right, can't shoot, boys. Don't worry about it.
Cam Whitmore then at 6.
Cam Whitmore.
ESPN's had the first 5 nailed, and they had us taking Anthony Black at 6.
Oh no.
So why? I've got to ask, why is it you don't want Anthony Black?
Because he can't shoot the 3.
Yeah, he's not a good spacer. I mean, he's very good defensively from what I've seen. He's got good size, good hands. His passing's supposed to be good, but I looked at his stats and he got 3.9 assists, which, ain't all that really. But
I think Jalen's done. It's Black.
I'd rather have if he's the best, I don't know, just trust the front office, isn't it?
The last time we drafted a guard whose hair was going over his eyes was Alfred Payton as well. So that's a bit worrying. But I'd look to trade down if we possibly could, if they see what's available.
That's what I was doing. I thought we could maybe trade down to 8.
Yeah, that was the idea, wasn't it? Take Black, trade with Washington, pick up somebody like Corey Kispert, get your shooter.
Yep.
Swap picks.
Is the gap that big though between 6 and 8 that they would give up an asset?
If they think we're getting Black and they really want Black, then maybe.
It's no different to what we did when we drafted Alfred Payton. Philly drafted him, and we ended up having to make a trade with him to actually go and pick him up because
it was one pick difference, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I think it was Dario Saric, and we
That's
traded a future first as well, just for one pick. And
do you know who that turned out to be?
Go on.
Who's their all-star guard at the moment? Maxi.
Tyrese Maxey.
Yeah. I know. Couldn't make it up, could you?
So they turned Dario Saric and Tyrese Maxey into Alfred Payton. Cheers, Rob.
That's why Rob hasn't got a job.
Well, he has. He's working for the Thunder, isn't he? Is he still with the Thunder? He's been with the Thunder for about 3 or 4 years.
Making the tea, is he?
He'd probably trade the teacups for a teapot or something because he doesn't like a big.
He just he's an absolute mug anyway.
So the Magic are on the clock.
Pick is in, Mikey.
Is it?
Yeah.
You're well in front then, Alan.
Yeah. I'm just got on Sky Sports.
I'm on Sky Sports and I've not even seen it. They're still interviewing.
They're still talking about the Thompson twins on here.
It was on the thing behind, the graphic.
Oh, the graphic. That goes up quite early.
Yeah.
That goes up quite early. That.
Should we announce when everybody's seen it?
So who is it? I haven't seen it.
I've seen the picture.
Going to be Anthony Black. It has to be. Jeez, I'm really worried about this pick.
I think Gary should be more worried about Cole.
I think Jalen Suggs fans should be more worried personally.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
If you had to lose one of the 3 you just mentioned, it'd be Suggs for me.
Yeah.
Only such a big Cole and Markel fan, but I'd be gutted to lose any of them.
Yeah. It's too early.
I think Cole would be the one that would ask to leave first. Because he sees himself with a bigger role on another team. I think although his role is defined as the 6th man and he fits that really, really well, I think if they add another guard to the rotation, he's the one that's going to go, all right, I can see what's happening here. I want to find another place to go and play. I think Suggs would be the one that we would move first. We'd want to move first, but I think Cole, from a player's standpoint, would be the first one to ask out.
Problem is with Cole, you've got the money situation and the extension.
Well, you got the extension, haven't you?
Yeah.
To deal with.
So it all depends what he wants. So here we go.
All right.
I'm still watching Thompson twins here.
Yeah, I'm still watching on the TV on Sky. I'm sitting on the couch and on my phone on NBA Network. It's got highlights.
Oh, pain.
You're well behind
There
me,
you
guys. The pick was announced about 20 seconds ago on Sky.
Yeah, I'm the same as you, Alan. I'm about 20
You're having a
seconds in.
laugh. This is what I'm seeing, and on the graphic behind, they haven't even announced it. It says Anthony Black.
I've had about 45 seconds ago. The pick.
Yeah, I've got the pick now.
Yeah. So the question is, are we keeping them? Are we trading them down the way?
Is everyone
or-
else seeing what I'm seeing?
No,
No, we're.
he's
well,
high fiving everybody and fist bumping everyone on the way to the stage.
Oh, great.
I'm gonna pay your bills,
Cheers.
mate.
I reckon it's a different feed. What are you watching on League Pass?
Yeah.
Or Sky?
No,
Sky-
League Pass.
Sky
Always League
Sports.
Pass.
That hat looks ridiculous on that hair, by the way. It's not even there. It's not even anywhere near his head.
There's two feeds on League Pass, ESPN and ABC, and I had the ABC one.
No, ESPN, mate. Always.
Anthony Black said it on the podcast last week, G.
Do you know, they're showing you some highlights right now, and so far, I haven't seen him shoot a basket.
That's the issue.
Yeah.
But are we
He's got,
focusing on
he's
what
got
he
quick
can't
hands.
do?
He's got defense. He's,
Mhm.
Are we focusing
He's
on what he can't do and not what he actually can do?
he's
What he
a
offers?
he's a dog, isn't he? You put him and Suggs together in the backcourt.
I mean, right now, the guy's big enough. You can bring him off the bench and play the 2 or 3 defensively.
And he's, what did he say, he was 6'7"?
6'7", yeah.
I mean, it's another great defender, but there's they pointing having 5 great defenders if none of them can shoot.
Exactly.
Unless you pick if you pick Lively now, and you've got that, the rim runner.
Yeah, I suppose there is that.
You pick Lively though. That's just, and again, you come out the draft with no shooter. Again,
Yeah, exactly.
I think we were still bottom 10 in 3-point shooting this year.
Unless there's something in free agency. What is there? What 3-point shooters are in free agency?
Max Struess.
Hmm.
Sorry, report about I was been league with him, but I don't understand this pick if I'm honest. There's only so many high IQ defensively versatile players you can get who can't shoot. It's not.
I'm with
It's
you,
not
Josh.
prioritising what we need.
I'm with you, mate. I'm probably going to regret this video in about 2-3 years' time.
I think we all hope we're proved wrong and he turns out to be an all-star, but it wasn't what we were expecting.
Is he the sort of player that will end up, like you think Marcus Smart, is he the sort of winning player that's going to help you win a playoff game?
You got Jalen Suggs already, though.
I just want to know if
Anthony
he's
Black is a bigger, better version defensively of Jalen Suggs, arguably.
I'll give you Jalen.
7's an interesting pick.
Is it? Okay.
I think he's a bigger, worse version of Markel Fultz, to be honest.
Wow.
That's who I
Boys
would.
off the board.
That's the name I thought might be in the running for us at 6.
Koulibaly to the Pacers.
Did he play beside Wembyana?
He did. Do you know what, though? He came off the bench from the beginning part of the season, and he got into the rotation, and obviously scouts started to notice him. From what I've read.
He's been traded to Washington, isn't he? Koulibaly.
Well, there's a trade, is there?
Is there?
Yeah, they're trading him to the Wizards.
In exchange for? Are they not given that yet?
I'm not giving that yet.
Where are you picking this up? Or am I just not hearing it because I've got the Sky broadcast muted?
I reckon Taylor Hendricks might fall to 11.
Yeah. So if he's there and Grady Dick is there, who'd you take? UCF guy or Gary's guy?
It has to be Grady, doesn't it?
I think so, yeah.
If Anthony Black means the end of Markel Fultz's career, he might become your guy as well.
Never.
You would officially become a Dick guy.
Koulibaly then. So he's going to go to the Wizards. So who are Indiana going to take? Walker? Jarris Walker? I think they'll go Walker or Hendricks.
And Whitmore.
Why is Whitmore dropping so far?
Injuries.
There was reports that his injury or his file wasn't great in respect to his injuries.
How proud are you of him? I'm just proud of him. I'm just happy for him because he worked a lot. And we are very, 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 very proud of him. There's been so much excitement about the
Well, I've just seen who the 8th pick's going to be. I'm
so
staying off of Twitter.
When you think about your opportunity now, what is going to be the key to make sure that your game continues to progress and that you can be
So, everybody seen who's going 8th?
No.
Oh yeah.
The suspense going, Mikey.
I'll keep the suspense going. I don't think there's that much suspense.
Why is this pick on the move? I'm told that the Pacers are trading back one with the Washington Wizards. Koulibaly, I'm told, is selected.
Yeah, well, I just said that trade's getting made. No details, though. Just say there's moved back one.
They've been targeting Jarris Walker of the University of Houston. They'll be picking here.
How disappointed would you be if you were going to Washington or Indiana?
If the Pacers made that deal, surely we could have taken Koulibaly and got even more than Indiana are probably going to get out of it. But what's everyone think about Chris Paul to Golden State?
When you're completed the deal for Bradley Beal,
Paid for Draymond.
6 second-round picks, 4 picks.
There you go.
I think the deal was made for Draymond Green.
Chris Paul to the Golden
Yeah.
State Warriors.
Oh, he did that LeBron, Chris Paul click. And he opts out, and then there's talk of where he's going to go. And we know there was the Jordan Poole thing and the chemistry. And it's all being done to bring Draymond back.
Yeah. It has to happen, doesn't it? Alan, do you like CP with Golden State?
Not really, no. I think there's too many ball handlers there. I think they're all hugging the ball, won't they? I think the biggest move for me is the Grizzlies this off season so far, getting Marcus Smart. I think they're the big winners so far.
Yeah.
particularly if Dylan Brooks goes as well. I think Marcus Smart's the ideal guy to replace him, that tenacious sort of player on the court. I think they've got a real good one there.
So the pick is in. Has everybody got it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Jarvis Walker.
Well,
I think the Pacers or the Wizards, whichever way around it, has got 2 second-round picks as well.
Is that all they got for a pick swap? 2 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah.
that seems a little strange. Why not just agree to pick the one you want if it's all you're giving up is 2 seconds? Does it make much difference?
Says there's been a
Not-
leak.
Go on, Gary.
That's what I think there's just been a leak where they've known they've wanted him.
Yeah. Classic Rob Hennigan move.
Gets the bonus out of it.
So 9. Is that Utah on the board?
Yeah. Whitmore would be a good fit there.
Yeah, I
could
don't
see
think
some highs
Hendricks
here.
makes. I don't think Hendricks or Kessler. Well, sorry, with Kessler Walker there, Lively doesn't really feel like a good fit. I don't think
Hendricks
Hendricks
maybe.
does either with Laurie Markkinen.
Yeah, I think Whitmore looks a good fit there.
Would they take Grady Dick?
Maybe. Who wouldn't? Well, in all seriousness, I'm good with whoever we pick 11th. I just think it's good crack.
Don't put that dick near a crack.
Oh,
Why is it-
oh,
I'm looking forward to when G has the City Edition on.
Yeah, I'll get Richard on the back.
You won't. You'll be bombing around Cardiff in that Grady Dick City Edition jersey.
Oh my god.
No, it'd be the Stars jersey. Dick in the Stars.
well, we've so far got Suggs in black. If we take Gary's favourite player, they 3 in the court could be rather. Commentary could be fun for David and Jeff.
Wang.
You can't buy both jerseys, can you? Hang them on your door.
Gary would.
Gary,
You'll have him behind on the door for the podcast every week.
Can be done.
Have you got a Jalen Suggs jersey, Gary?
Nope.
Have you not?
Not yet.
I'll tell you what, with your neighbours across the road, you need to be careful wearing your Dick jersey out in public.
I've got to get a call. Just call Anthony, the best point guard on the Magic. I've got that jersey. I've got Cole. I've got Fultz.
I'm not biting.
I've got Cole. I've got Fultz as well.
You can see that little vein in G's head, like twitching.
Down.
He was about to get in the car there and cut a promo on us.
So who's going 9 then, chaps?
I think the pick is in.
Is it?
I've seen who it is. It's interesting.
Interesting.
I like Josh's chair.
Is it Cam Whitmore? Let's have a look. Oh, we're having a quick break.
Yeah. So it's Utah and Dallas then us, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Get some Wembanyama hype.
I hope the Spurs don't get any national games this year.
You know they're going to get national games.
Just saying, making a point.
They might get more than the Lakers.
I wouldn't mind that. Nobody wants to see them.
I'm not going on Twitter to get a spoiler. I'm interested to see Josh's. So if it's interesting, could it be Cason Wallace?
Could see Hutchafino as well. Maybe is a bit of a reach, but I know has been mocked that high.
Cason Wallace might be a shout here because there's talks of Colin Sexton's on the block. It's got to be him or Cam Whitmore, I reckon, to Utah.
Maybe we could get Sexton to go with Dick.
You're in the wrong profession, Gary. You're in comedy, mate.
It's the off-air takes, G. It's the off-air.
Don't be using up all your material in one show, Gary.
Never, Angus. Never.
Where are you today, Gar? You at home or?
I'm at home, yeah.
Yeah.
This is my study, this.
Yeah. I thought you were away tonight.
No,
Sunday,
no.
I think.
I don't think I'm going to go, mate. I priced it up to go down to the thing, and I was like, I'm going to be there for 2.5 hours, and it's going to cost us 80 quid. And I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to get paid back by the uni for that. So I was like,
Yeah. Well, Angus has got a friend.
Yeah. Who's desperate to make an appearance, but it looks at.
Yeah.
Look,
What's the cat called?
that's Rocky.
Rocky. Nice. I've got a Penny, and I know Mikey's got a JJ. Any other magic named pets?
Grady Dick.
Is that little Gary?
Can you imagine the cat to the vets and it's like, oh, like, can we call the cat's name out or something? And it's like, Grady Dick. I'd love to be in that vet if somebody had that. That'd be great.
I like how G positioned it and said cat and not the other word for cat with the dick around.
He's the only one in the full thing that's trying to keep it polite.
Try my best.
That's not normally G.
No, off there. Different story.
Nope.
Out of Wales. Here we go.
Come on, you're dragging this out. Here comes the commish. Hendricks.
Central Florida boy.
Rats. I wanted him.
Nice suit though.
I'll tell you what, he'll throw the cat amongst the pigeons if we get Cason Wallace at 11.
I'm actually going to have to go and look him up, Mikey, because it's no one I even looked at.
Cason Wallace.
No, it's no one.
He was projected to go in the top 10 for a while.
Oh, there's been a trade.
Go on.
The 10th pick. So the 10th picks come in. Shams has tweeted it. So I know who's gone 10th.
Is it another pick swap between them and Utah?
No, it's OKC and Dallas.
OKC.
What do you reckon OKC are going for Cam Whitmore?
I can tell you what the trade is.
No.
Okay. Breaking news. Breaking news. Dallas is trading Davis Bertans and the person at 10 to OKC. And it hasn't said who OKC are trading back.
Dort. Lou Dort.
I don't know yet. Oh, we've got to draft Grady.
Go on, G.
We have to. I'm going to be disappointed now if we don't.
Not be
This could be a
surprised
long
if it's
night.
Kobe Buffkin.
You wouldn't be surprised.
If it's Kobe Buffkin, no, we've not worked him out and he's from Michigan. Fits the criteria.
Yeah, true.
And another guard. What was my prediction earlier? We're going to pass on Grady Dick. It's going to be a long night if we move back in the draft from 11.
Jeff wouldn't do that to us, would he?
Well, he picked a guard at 6, so
You'd think of us guys across the pond. Sees Bazza sitting there in his living room and he'd be just like, no, I can't do that, that guy. Going to bed early.
UKCS sending number 12 and TP to Dallas, and Dallas get Bertans off the books because he's earning ridiculous money for the player he is. Like 16, 17 million a year.
So who OKC sending 12 and what?
12 and TPE, so they're freeing up space for
Oh, okay.
Dallas in cap space, so they can move around in free agency.
Gotcha.
I saw Bertans play in the summer, and he for Latvia, and he looked wrecked. He's walking around with like the heating pad on around his waist and stuff, and when he wasn't playing to get his back going, he didn't stand out against the British team at all.
So you know who the 10th pick is then? Does it say it in the trade?
It does, yes. So it's just announcing the trade now on my feed.
Derek Lively fits OKC. I'm just speculating, I don't know.
Right, my phone is going to the side now. I just want to watch this. Do you think Kyrie will stay in Dallas?
How flat is it?
It's in the middle of America.
Exactly. I've been to Dallas. It's pretty flat.
Yeah, he has to get back to there. Who else is going to want him?
The Lakers will offer 2 second-round picks.
Dylan Horton Tucker.
Yeah.
THT to his pals.
Pick is in. Here we go.
More importantly, it means we're 5 minutes away from knowing if we've drafted Grady Dick.
Case and Wallace.
So then, who's left?
So Case and Wallace is going to OKC. Is that right?
Yeah.
So Shea will play the off guard then. Interesting.
Because that's who Anthony Black was getting likened to. Giddy, but with better defense.
Mm. So we're on the clock, boys. Number 11. There's no trades or any rumours yet.
Just of a large.
I'm not on Twitter.
The nerves kicking in yet, Gary?
No, I know the shadows looming over the 407.
Who are we going with then? Come on then. If you think who's on the board?
We need a shooter. It's got to be Grady Dick.
Do you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if we took Lively here.
That's exactly what I was going to say. That's got Weltman written all over it. Anybody else?
No, it has to be Grady Dick. Has to be.
You muted Bazza.
Many times last season did we say shooting, shooting, and shooting?
I know. Well, that's what I'm saying. It honestly at times reminds me of John Gruden with the Raiders. It's like that. See, just because all these people have said I'm going to pick somebody, I'm deliberately not going to pick them. I'm going to pick somebody else. And I know we need shooting, but I'll just not pick a shooter.
Oh my God, I've just seen who it is.
Gee. How
have you managed to? How you managed to?
I watch.
Oh, gee, you're having a howler tonight.
Hamster.
No,
quite a big surprise, that.
No.
Is it maybe a trade, G?
No.
Could it lead to a trade?
I hope so.
I don't think so. I think it's just our guy.
Is it somebody way out of left field?
I don't want to spoil it for anybody. I'll tell you if you want.
No.
Yeah, I'm going to shut up now.
No, I'll just wait. Be annoyed, I'm presuming.
Everyone's gone really quiet now in anticipation. Gary's twitching.
Well, could be Lively Dick.
Could be
Josh
a
has
black.
had enough. He's walked out. Say again.
Say, could be a black dick, Gary.
No comment, Al. No comment. That was what that Wealth God was pushing for on Twitter earlier on, wasn't he?
Aye.
Pushing for that combo. Everyone's just gone silent.
Come on, just get the pick done.
Now, which NBA TV would realise the world revolves around about the Orlando Magic and nobody else is interested? But I just glanced at the screen there and up came a graphic with the Bulls and Orlando Magic, and I never read what was there. And I went, oh, well, here we go.
Oh my God. Oh no, Christ, that's the old trade. Jesus Christ.
I had the same reaction to that.
Oh my God, we haven't traded Wendell.
Here we go. Pick is in. What? Wow. Well, you got your shooter. Jet Howard.
Michigan guy.
That was.
Michigan.
I think Gary's really pissed off.
I told you we'd pass on him. I told you.
He was mocked in like the late first round.
Yeah.
2027, I seen him at.
Is it Jet Howard as the youngest in the draft as well?
Juwan Howard's his dad.
Is it Jet Howard that's the youngest in the draft? Or am I thinking of somebody else? I've got that wrong.
A Michigan pick.
We shot 37% last season from 3. So
Yeah.
Oh, it sounds like a reach, and I don't think we're trading him.
Can't you trade back for someone who's like projected in the late first round? Surely. He's not been mocked anywhere in the top 20.
I'm assuming they had him in, worked him out, but they
They
must have liked
must
what
have.
they must have liked what they seen then.
Well, it's that Michigan connection again.
Exactly. Franz was Michigan, wasn't he?
It's linked to the DeVos family, I think. The Michigan stuff.
All right.
It's linked to the ownership.
6'8", small forward.
Well, the highlights they're showing so far look reasonably decent, but I haven't seen him shoot a 3 yet. There we go.
There's a
He's
graphic
tall, isn't he?
over Angus saying
6'7",
he's
6'8".
third most threes in college last year.
Right. Who the third most threes are made?
Howard made the third. It was made threes third last year.
Who was in front of him?
I don't know.
No.
I bet we can tell. If he changes his number and wears 12, I'm good with it. Because I got a couple of jerseys with his name on it already.
Hey. Like that one.
As a father, to play in the NBA, get to this excitement. Trying not to break down right now. Just all the work I put in with my dad over these past few months, and all the people that dad.
We all did say trust the front office.
Honestly, and they helped me keep going. And this has been a dream of mine since I can remember.
I mean, Silverline, at least it's still a shooter.
That's true.
I was on the 2 years ago when we selected Franz at 8, and there wasn't much excitement at that point.
No. How wrong were we?
None of us are swapping now, would we?
No.
No.
Well, on Tankathon, on their big board, and it hasn't been updated for a long time. He was ranked 27th.
That's a reach. That's a really big reach.
Into IMG Academy.
It reminds me a couple of years ago when the Suns reached for Cam Johnson. He's just like, you saw him, son.
That worked out all right for them.
And that turned into a valuable selection in the end.
Shot 80% from the free throw line, so that gives you a good indicator that he shot 37% from 3. You can see him becoming an elite shooter if you're going off of numbers.
Bit concerned we're going to be called the Orlando Spartans, though.
6'8". Anthony Black 6'7". Franz. Paolo 6'10".
One thing that's not going to be is a small ball lineup.
But this is the way the NBA's gone. If you look at Denver, you look at the size that they play with. Now you just need to go and get a veteran backup big in free agency. There we go then, boys. There's the picks. Black and Howard.
I don't think anybody would have called that.
No.
It's a dream come true. You know, when you have a child, you just want to
And
see
that's Ken Whitmore. I don't think he's the next pick either, so that he's fallen to 13 plus. He's projected at 5th in the early mocks.
Wow.
There was probably weren't there issues with his medical or his physical. Yeah.
It must be bad.
And for a guy that's his so I can't even say it, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. That's his explosives. Why can't I talk?
Explosiveness.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, it's just as well we didn't draft Grady Dick, isn't it?
I can only presume that they must have known something someone else we obviously don't know, and that he was maybe going to get picked up and wasn't going to be there to be able to trade back to get him.
Well, we'll go with the front office. They haven't done badly so far, so let's just hope they know what they're doing on this one. Not what I hoped for tonight, but
They know what they're doing.
yeah.
Yep.
Well,
Is that the end of the dick jokes now? It's a flop for Gary.
yeah. All right, Mikey, I've got a bluey.
The chances of Dick have shriveled.
Quick retreat.
Wow.
Must have got stage right.
Right, so what's the chances we wake up tomorrow morning and there's been a trade?
I don't think so. I think there's
0.
I don't see it.
No chance.
Gary Harris has got to go now, though, doesn't he? Go to a contending team, get a second round pick or something like that for him.
I'm not sure.
There's no room for him and Okiki on the team. One of them.
Tumer's gone.
Tumer's good.
Tumer's
gone.
Although, if anybody wants rid of one of these 2 picks, I'll buy their jersey and they'll be in the chopping block within 18 months.
Well, what'll happen is, Angus, you'll buy the jersey, it'll get to your house and it'll just disintegrate.
or it'll say How in the back of it instead of Howard. Don't get me down that road, Gary. Please don't.
Let's see what some of the reactions are on Twitter.
Somebody called us the Orlando Wolverines.
Looks like they hasn't gone down well.
Hasn't.
I just got on Twitter and Cortez is just saying Orlando Magic Twitter's mad. Only other thing I can think of is that perhaps we're going to trade Jalen Suggs.
Lively to OKC. Fits what they like.
That's going to the Mavs. That.
Oh, that's going to the Mavs.
Yeah.
So they've.
Oh,
That's
Wallace
good for
to
them.
OKC.
Because their big situation's pretty dire. It's Dwight Powell, JaVale McGee. So that's the absolute best pick they could have taken there.
Yeah, Kobe Price saying that who we selected at 6 and 11. How are you feeling? And I'm scrolling down the replies, and they're not exactly happy.
2023 NBA draft. The Oklahoma City Thunder.
I think I prefer the Jet Howard pick to the Anthony Black pick, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could have traded down for Jet, I'm sure, but in terms of team needs, I think he fits the bill.
I can see what you're saying about Gary Harris now, Liam. If you look at, you're probably starting Fultz, Suggs, Wagner, Banchero, Wendell, and then you got Cole, Anthony Black, Jet Howard, say J.I. at the moment, and then the backup big, whoever that is.
Naz Reid, hopefully.
So what's the point in spending 13 million on Gary Harris if he's going to be
Veteran leadership, that's why.
perhaps?
And at the moment, we're not making a big splash for anybody anyway, so you may as well pay him the 13 million or whatever it is for a season or two.
Has anybody seen Kyle for View for the Cheap Seats reaction on Twitter?
No, go on.
This has to be the worst draft ever for Orlando Magic. It's like they are intentionally trying to tank. Good idea. Let's field a complete team of small guards. Holy hell.
Bit of an overreaction.
They're not small, are they, these two players?
No, they're
6'7",
not small, no.
6'8", or whatever they are.
No, they're certainly no small.
No.
Although when the smallest guy in the team is, what, 6'2", 6'3"?
Mm-hmm.
It's Cole, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't think they're strictly guards, though, either. They're 6'7", 6'8". They talk about Jamal Mosley in the front office about this positionless basketball. Are they really guards? Are they wings? Or are they nothing? Just big players with a high IQ, can handle the ball. That's the way they all look at it. That was guards, I don't think.
So you basically saying playing with a traditional centre and 4 others.
Yeah.
How's it going, Stu?
Hi, chat.
What do you reckon, mate?
It's kind of like totally not what I expected, and then totally makes sense with everything they've done up until this point. It's basically just length, isn't it? Like, it's just length. Like, that's what it is.
I thought the dick
No
jokes
more
had
dick
stopped.
jokes, Gary.
I never said a thing.
Aye, no dick, but plenty of length. That's no greedy dick, but plenty of length. I must admit, man.
Is that going to be your next article?
What?
Is that going to be your next article?
I don't know, mate. I think I'd get the bullet for that one. But Anthony Black in particular feels like an underwhelming pick to me. Like at number 6, like I'm pretty annoyed at that. Howard, I actually don't mind because we were going to go for a shooter, and I think it was him or Jordan Hawkins that it was likely to be. And I can see why they went for Howard, because I think they value someone that's grown up around basketball culture. You can see it with the Cole Anthony pick. That kind of thing, I think, is quite important to them. But the one good thing is these are both guys that have a point to prove. And Anthony Black's an interesting fit because I wonder if we're going to see him more as a point forward than a guard at times. You know, just to kind of mix up. I mean, the way that our lineup constructions are going to be is just, it's mental to think what the rotations are actually going to be, you know. And it does feel now that one guard is, unless that is the role that they see for him, then one guard's going to get completely marginalised in terms of minutes. So who's that going to be?
Not Markel.
No, it can't be Markel, mate. Markel's the he is the Hollywood story of the NBA. He's the ultimate reclamation project, and I love him. He's my favourite Orlando Magic player right now. And like, one thing, actually, we've got a Howard on the roster. Last time we had a Howard on the roster, we were quite good. Hope abounds.
The one thing I think Anthony Black might signal to us is Suggs might be ready to start instead of Gary Harris.
Possibility.
Or they're forcing him into that to see whether he'll sink or swim. And if not,
I think they're going to have to see if he's going to sink or swim.
Pardon?
They're going to have to see if he's going to sink or swim, I think, now.
Well,
Grady's drafted.
Oh, he hasn't gone to the Raptors. Please, no.
Has he?
I think the Raptors. I think it was the Raptors.
He has as well.
I think it's the Raptors.
He's wearing red.
Maybe the red jacket was a hint.
Look at the state of that.
Yep, it's the Raptors.
Oh, by the way, some of the get-ups tonight are absolutely criminal.
That is horrendous.
Jeff Wellman and Coach Mosley are speaking to the media already.
Are they?
Yeah, Kobe Price is tweeting about it. If you want to follow along.
They're done then. They're done, aren't they?
Yeah.
I
Trade the
suppose,
second round pick for some cash. Job done. Night over.
Considerations, yeah.
I suppose drafting another guard hopefully will nail to the floor the rumours are signing Fred VanVleet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there is that, Angus. I'll give you that, mate.
So what was everybody else's? Because I obviously missed the kind of bulk of the live stream tonight. What was everybody else's kind of take on this? Just what's the consensus in the room?
Payne.
Surprised.
Well, why Payne, Geraint?
I'm not fussed on Black, to be honest with you. I wanted a shooter. Okay, we've got one with our 11th pick, but it's not the one I wanted. So I don't know. Black just seems to be too much of what we've already got. And I think potentially there might have been better prospects out there. I don't know. Like I said on the podcast, the front office know what they're doing. They see these players day in, day out. They do their due diligence. What do I know? I'm just listening to, ESPN and, all the media, and I'm sure they haven't seen, what the front office has seen. So I'm sure it's probably the right pick, but just a little bit underwhelming. Do you know what I mean?
No, I'm totally with you. I think the front office have earned our trust, but I think you could have traded back and still got Anthony Black.
Yes.
Yes. Do I think you could have traded back and still got Jet Howard? Yes. So that feels like we've not got value out of those two picks. But maybe they just trust their scouting and stuff. But it's the first time with this front office where I haven't seen either the rationale, the reasoning behind something, or best player on the board. It's the first time I think that they've done that.
Philip, and this is what's in the front of my mind at the moment. Philip always says, he said this for the last 3 or 4 years. If you ever listen to his episodes on Locked On Magic, was you can get fancy about making trades and moving up, moving down, but if your guy's on the board, just take him. Yeah, you can get a bit more value, but if they believe Anthony Black and Jet Howard are the players that they wanted to go and get, they've got them. That's it. That's all that matters. I said to you guys before we started, I was open-minded about how tonight was going to go. We wanted a shooter. We got a shooter. We wanted them to take a swing with the 6th pick because there was nobody there that really fit. There was nobody there that fit a desperate need. They've taken a swing at Anthony Black, best defender in the draft.
One of the smartest players.
Let's let it play out and see what happens. But I'm feeling pretty good about the draft personally.
Somebody jokingly tweeting there, Cam Whitmore at 36.
By the way, there's some fallers in this draft already, man.
All about things. He's all about doing for others. And he's down.
What's the one? Can't think what I was looking for.
Grady Dick is living up to his surname with that get up, man.
Just that right there.
Yeah.
Basketball IQ. His willingness to help everyone on the floor become.
There's just something about his personality, Grady Dick, that I just never thought that he was going to be the pick.
Defensively, on and off the ball. So I think
You know what I mean? He's a bit too, not flashy. I don't mean necessarily with the suit, but like with his TikTok dances and all of that sort of stuff. Gary was all over.
More of that, Mikey, for Orlando Magic UK content next season. What could have been?
What could have been? How's everyone else feeling? Alan, how you feeling?
Like you just said, Mike, you've got to trust the front office, haven't you? At the end of the day, they know a lot more than we do. You know, they see him a lot more than we do. So, you know, it's one of them, isn't it? As I said before, Franz 2 years ago, we were all probably feeling similar. You know, and look how he's turned out. So, the only concern is like how many guards we've got now. You know, and I'm worried that we're going to lose a Cole or a Jalen somewhere along the line, and that's frustrating for me. That because I think both of them are both better than what Black potentially is going to be.
Okay, Josh.
Similar, I think I trust the front office and their decision making. Jeff's already been banging on about how smart Anthony Black is, so it's obvious where they've gone with that pick. I understand in terms of the size and the positional versatility of the players and what they offer in that sense. So I'm more optimistic. When Franz was picked a couple of years ago, I was devastated. But look how that turned out. So I'm on the optimistic side. But I just don't want. I want us to draft with our 36 and not trade it away, because the second round prospects in this draft are really good, in my opinion. And ideally could do with a second round pick now that Jay Scrubb's not on the team anymore.
Who have you got your eye on in the second round then?
Tristan Vukcevic from Partizan, EuroLeague, Serbian team. Basically a 7-foot wing. It looks really good. Nikola Duricic as well from Serbia again. So there's a few European prospects I think in the second round are quite attractive.
Do you reckon it could be a draft and stash?
Yeah, potentially, yeah.
Yeah. Liam, how you feeling?
I'm trying to be optimistic. I'm just trying to figure out lineups and that. That's the thing. I feel like the trades needs doing one way or another, which I'm a bit like Alan. I don't really want to trade any of the guards, but where they're going to play. And I said before, I'd be disappointed if you didn't get Dick or Jordan Hawkins, but obviously they think Jet Howard's an elite enough shooter to go alongside them. So I can see the reason behind that one. It's just a bit like Josh as well. I would actually like to take a swing at someone with the 36th pick. Maybe he's send him to the J League for a bit. And also, just
Pelicans just selected Hawkins.
So, but just on the second round thing, I don't know if anyone's realised this. There's a guy out of Princeton, Tosan Bumuan. I want to say his name is, but came up through the Newcastle Eagles alumni.
Okay.
Born in Newcastle, so could be a Brit. If anyone's staying up late, could be a Brit. Selected in the second round, but I think he's projected like late second, maybe he's undrafted, so it could be right at the end if he is going to be drafted, but there's just one to look out for.
G?
Don't know. Disappointed, to be honest, mate. I didn't want Black originally, and I think we've reached for Howard. So yeah, disappointed. I'm sure we'll get into it tomorrow on the pod, but
We will.
Initial thoughts. I didn't really watch much of Howard, if I'm honest. But you guys have said his numbers that they seem legit, and he's come from NBA pedigree and Juwan Howard, obviously. He might be all right, but yeah, like what you said about Phil, saying just pick your guy and just don't try and overcomplicate it. Really, if he's there, grab him. But I don't know. I wanted to draft Grady Dick. I'd have been a lot happier if he just drafted Grady Dick. So, how about you, mate?
That's right. I'll tell you on the pod tomorrow.
All right.
The Black pick was a strange one. As I said earlier, I quite like the guards that we've got, but if I'm reading there, I'd say he's a clever player. I mean, you could be looking at, say, Markel, Jalen starting, Cole, and Black off the bench, and the one that moves out is Gary Harris.
Mm-hmm.
And we'd lose maybe the experience, but we'd keep the guards that we've, if you want for a better way of putting it, brought through ourselves. You could run with A4 and lose the experience, but bring in, say, the experience back up centre. The shooting, we all thought we were going to take one or two, and they took the third shooter that was available, but we've at least took a shooter. So I think it's a wait and see.
Bazza?
I'm trying to think positively on it. So I think if these two guys come off the bench, like you were saying, then I can see a space for them. I was obviously watching Wilpin's interview the other day, and that's what he was saying. He was, he's like, we need to find a pathway, to give these guys minutes to find a place for them in the team. And if that's what it has to be, then obviously pick these guys so they still got a pathway, to grow. Then fine. I suppose, if you're not thinking these guys need to be starters, which obviously they don't need to be starters, then I suppose you could bring them in the second unit and see how they go. That's a bit as positive as I can put on it.
Well, what's the time? 20 to 3. You muted, G.
Yeah, sorry, mate. Jacob Diamond, who is the equipment manager at the Magic, has just tweeted he's just pressing Anthony Black's jersey with the number 0. Interesting. I think he wore. Did he wear 4 at Arkansas?
Have we had a single 0?
Oh no, he wore a single 0.
We've had a double 0, obviously.
We've had a bunch of doubles. I can't say that we have. The only single 0 I can think of is Oldham Polonies for like Sacramento or somebody.
0, Gilbert Arenas.
Arenas, yeah. What did he wear for us? He didn't wear 0 for us, did he?
Did he wear 1?
Yeah, he must have.
Yeah, he did.
I can only go back as far as 2012, and I can't think of a 0.
Sorry, he did wear 0 when he was at Arkansas, Anthony Black. Just looks like a weird number to wear, doesn't it?
Interestingly, I've just gone on Hoop Intellect on YouTube, put in Jet Howard, and they normally do breakdowns of a lot of the prospects. They haven't actually done a full breakdown of Jet Howard's game. They did like a first look video back in probably January. Is he a lottery pick? And the first comment says he'd be a great fit on the Magic, and the Magic love Michigan players. That was 5 months ago that comment was made. So
Chris Brickley loves him.
Hey?
Chris Brickley.
Yeah.
He loves Jet Howard.
2023 NBA Draft. Atlanta Hawks selects Kobe Bumpkin from the University of Michigan.
There we go then, boys.
Right. I'm gonna
Right, I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks for joining, boys.
Bye, guys.
Hopefully next year we'll be in the
20s.
back end of the first round and we won't have to keep doing these.
That'd be a late start to a draft night.
Yeah.
With a bit of luck.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for joining, boys. And
guys.
there'll be a pod drop in tomorrow or Saturday morning. So keep an eye out for that if you want to hear us ramble on about that. And yeah, look after yourselves.
Hey, boy.